Okay, great. So welcome to the third module, Module C for this program. So I hope you guys have, understood the modules A and B. So we'll be taking it from there now, wherein in the first module A, uh, we introduced a few rules. I hope you guys still remember those rules. We had introduced rule number 1 for sentence construction, and rule number 2 and rule number 2 complement. So those were the 3 rules that we have learned so far. Just to recap, rule number 1 was a standalone verb. Remember, a standalone verb conveyed a lot of meaning. Sometimes it would convey a meaning of a full sentence, a standalone verb. For example, somebody would say, Tochu ware, and that means, are you fine? And we would just reply, ah, ware, right? So that's just a verb. Tochu var ka, a combination of that verb. So just a verb itself conveys a lot of meaning in the language. So that was our rule number 1, a verb itself. So somebody says, value, achieve, be. That's the team name, be. An, che. So that itself conveys a lot of meaning. So that's rule number 1. A verb, standalone verb, makes a lot of sense. Sometimes it makes a sense of even a sentence. Rule number 2. What was rule number 2? Rule number 2 was a noun followed by a verb sometimes conveys meaning too. So bottle, an, that means get the bottle. Phone, an, iten be. So that is the rule number 2. And to complement was easy. It was the inverse of rule number 2. So noun verb, instead of noun verb, we would say verb noun. Un, phone, un, Maggie, un, juice, right? So that's rule number 2, complement. So now we will move on for module C. I just wanted to give you a recap of those rules because we'll be adding on some more rules today. Before that, let's go through the vocabulary a little bit because this will help you in sentence construction. We'll go with some certain simple things. Counting. A lot of you may already be, if you're talking with your dad, mom, or any elder at home, you will be knowing about these words. So I just wanted to recap them so that you can then use them in your sentences. Because even for this week, we will be having the assignment similar to last week, wherein we would be using these words for your sentence construction. So counting, we have words for counting, right? Ak, 1, z, 3, 4, 5, 5, and 6 is shit. So these are the rules, the words for counting. So body, हमारे body पे जो mus is hair, buth is your face, ath is your hand, earth is your mouth, nas is a nose, zang is a leg. Yeah. So utensils, हम जो चीजें यूज करते हैं खाने के लिए, थाली में हम खाते हैं, प्लेट जो होता है, चम्मच, चमच, कप में पीते हैं, क्राई में मम्मी खाना बनाती है, फ्राई करते हैं, गड़व में हम शिवरात्रि के दिन जो कलश रखते हैं, हम गड़व में रखते हैं, गड़वा जो होता है. देन कृत्स इज द लैडल, जिससे उठाते हैं फ्राई किया हुआ सामान, और बत्ता जिससे ममा देती है बत्तू आपको. एंड देन वी हैव हाउस आइटम्स. इसमें just a minute, somebody on the chat, 1 second. Okay, so spatula, right? That's right, Ayush. So crutch is a spatula. House items में they are not house items actually. They are जो house में जो hair होती है, like ऊपर जाने के लिए सीढ़ी. दार is your दरवाजा. दार दार था बंद बोलते हैं ना, तेरा दार था बंद is दरवाजा. Brand is your the platform when you enter the house. That's the brand. Dar is a window. Dar. Latsul is a broom. A broom is a latsul. Tuts is a mop. You clean the floor with a mop. Yeah. So these are some simple words that I want you to, some of the words you may have heard, some of the words might be new to you, but just go through these words a little bit. If you have any doubts, you can ask your dad, mom, or any elder at home. These are just simple words for you to help in sentence construction. Yeah, and then we have prepositions. Prepositions are grammar. In grammar, prepositions are used for placement, showing placement. Yahan, wahan, upar, niche, up, down, in between. So the same thing for Kashmiri also. Prepositions is pure, means up. Bon means down. Yete means idhar. Kutti means there. Nyabr means outside. Tet means on top. Yeah. Any questions so far? I see Anushka and Anisha have joined as well. Great. So we'll continue now.
No.
Yeah, so we'll continue. Just this vocabulary will give you an idea for the sentence construction for this week's assignment. So we'll be using these words for this assignment for this week. You will be using these words to come up with 10 sentences. Like last week, you had 10 sentences using the verbs that we have learned from the last 2 classes. In this week's assignment, you will be using any of these words, 10 words, and come up with sentences. So that's the assignment for this week. So if you remember last time, we had gone through the subject pronouns. Subject pronouns में हमने क्या देखा था? Subject. So किसी भी sentence में जो subject रहता है, उसका जो pronouns हैं, those. So it was b, and then respectful pronouns, toy, yum, right? We saw that in the last sentence, last module. Now this module, we will be expanding a little bit on those subject pronouns, wherein we will be talking about the possession of people who are possessing something using pronouns. For example, mera, that is mine. This is yours. That is, you have an object and you are possessing that object. So that's called a possessive pronoun. So similarly in Kashmiri also, you have possessive pronouns. Mine, yours, theirs are possessive pronouns in English. In Kashmiri, these are the possessive pronouns. Myon, this is mine for a male. Mine for a female is myon. Yich myon ben. She is my sister. Yichu myon boy. He is my brother. Yichu myon phone. This is my phone. Yichu myon remote. This is my remote. So this is the possessive pronoun for b. जैसे जो subject pronoun b है, b या me, जिसको हम बोलते हैं, जो हमने last week पढ़ा था, b means I. Sometimes you also use this me. Mechu hor gatsun. B gatsu hor. So that's subject pronoun I, me. उसका possessive क्या होगा? The possessive pronoun for the subject pronoun me or I is myon or myeon. Similarly, a subject pronoun you is toy, as we saw last week. That is you, toy. Toy behavior. You please sit down here. And the possessive pronoun for the subject pronoun toy will be tuhun. That is yours. That is a male counterpart. If the female is tuhuns. Tuhun phone chu myachi. I have your phone. Tuhuns beni che amad son gar. Your sister has come to our place. Right? So that is possessive pronoun yours, aapka. Now this is the third person. So pehla wala myon and nyan was first person. Tuhuns, tuhunt ya tuhuns is the second person. And now we are talking about the third person, his or hers, yuhund or yihins. Yuhund phone os me ache. His phone was with me. Yihins kitab us menish. Her book was with me. Yeah. There's a question says, can you repeat the subject pronoun I? Yeah, so the subject pronoun I we saw last week. The subject pronoun we saw for first person was I, b, right? That was the first person. And uska possessive kya rahega? Myon. Just a minute, I'm reading a question. Can you repeat the subject pronoun I? I didn't understand subject pronoun all, not only I. Okay. So all subject pronouns, no problem. So subject pronouns are a way for us to, so what is a pronoun? A pronoun is a way for us to use a noun in a sentence without repeating that noun again and again. So if I say, Ayush is a good boy, Ayush goes to school every day, Ayush plays football outside, Ayush likes football. So I'm using Ayush, 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 Ayush every time, right? So it makes the sentence a little clumsy and not pleasing to hear. So for that, we introduce the concept of pronouns in grammar. Pronouns are used in place of a noun, right? So I'll say, Ayush is a good boy. He goes to school. He also likes to play football. So now I don't have to use the word Ayush every time, right? So that's a pronoun. So subject pronoun is for the first person, me, I. When I talk about myself, I go to school. I am a good boy. So that's a subject pronoun for the first person. Subject pronoun for the second person is you in English. I, first person, you is second person for you, right? In Kashmiri also, it is b is the subject pronoun for first person. B, toy. Toy is respectful. Toy भी बोलते हैं और स भी बोलते हैं. स while your, you come here, or if you want to be respectful, toy eve your. So that's the second person subject pronoun. And the third person is whom or them, he or she. Whom teach amit your. He has also come there. She has also come here. Them teach amit your. They have also come here. So that's the third person subject pronoun. And the collective pronoun is we in English, and in Kashmiri the collective pronoun is us. Yes, us, right? So that's us. Us gasav film buchne. Let's go to the movie, right? So that's the subject pronoun part of it, which we saw last week. Now today, this week, what we are talking about is a possessive subject. Subject pronoun to hai hi, I, me, you, his subject pronoun का possession, जब वो दिखाता है कि subject pronoun, the person, first person, second person or third person, he is in possession of something, an object. Usually it's an object. You are possessing some object. You are possessing a cup of coffee. So that you'll say, myon, yichu myon coffee cup. This is mine. This is possession. I am in possession of this object. Nobody else can have it because this is mine. This is my book. Yichi myon kitab. She's my sister. Yichi myon beni. So that's possession. You're showing to the other person that you possess something. So that thing is yours. So that's when we use possessive pronouns. You can also say yichu yichu myon, so my name, yichu Amit Sund cup, yichu Amit Sund's kitab, but it doesn't make a good sentence. It doesn't. It's not pleasing. So that's why the concept of the possessive pronouns was introduced, wherein it says yichu myon kitab, yichu myon cup, right? So that's possession. So for first person, for second person, you, toy is a subject pronoun, and possession. How does it show possession? That you are holding something. You should tuhun remote. This is your remote. You should tuhun's car. This is your car. You should tuhun pencil. This is your pencil. Respectful. Tuhun is a respectful form of second person. And yihins or yuhun, that's the third person. Yuhun phone, yihins kitab. And then collective, son or son. Yichu son chocolate. This belongs to us. Yichu son gar. This home belongs to us. Yichu son colony. This whole society. Yichu son society. This society belongs to us. We all live in this society. Right? So that is the possessive pronoun. So this actually just carries over from the last week, wherein we saw the possessive pronouns. We saw the subject pronouns. I, me, you, his, and ours. And this week we are seeing the possession of objects. And who possess those objects? Those subject pronoun guys that we saw the last week. Any questions today on these topics? I hope this is clear. Okay. Great. So let's move on. So we talked about possessive pronouns. Let's talk about demonstrators now. So how do you demonstrate something? You have to show something. You point a finger, right? You say this, that, these, those. So this concept is called as demonstrators in English grammar, right? So you show with your fingers certain objects, this, that, these, those, right? Similarly, in Kashmiri also, there are ways to do that. It's exactly the same. So whatever you see in English, every language is the same, right? Every language has grammar rules. So once we understand English grammar, you will very easily be understanding Kashmiri grammar as well, and that will help you correlate the two languages or any other third language that you're studying in school also. So how will we show demonstration in Kashmiri? Ye, this, yim is respectful. Yim, yim chaamat yor. Ye ladka cho bad shor karan. This ladka is making a lot of shore, right? That. So this was near कोई चीज जो है आपके near. Something that is far. That. So this and that. Who ladku cho bad jaan. He's a good boy. That's for the male part. Hwa. Who and hwa. Hwa means for a girl. Hwakur ch bad jaan lekhan. That girl writes very nicely. Hwakur ch bad jaan dance karan. So that girl dances very well. So you are demonstrating now. You see that? So just by using these words, yi, hu, hwa, yim, You are saying this, that. So that's what you are using these words for. So all these words that we have seen for demonstration, possessive pronouns or subject pronouns, and the vocabulary words that I showed you in the second slide today. So you should be using all these things in the sentences that you come up for this week, right? So use these. Don't just ask your dad and mom for sentences. Just try to first create your own sentences. So this week I didn't see a lot of submissions. The only submission I saw was from Ayush and Arshia. And then Muskan said that she has also submitted just before the class. But it would be very nice if you guys all submit just before the Friday of before the class, right? So that I also get a chance to see what you guys have submitted. But once you go back, try to look at these notes because I post them on Classroom, and try to see these words and try to come up your sentences on your own using these words, the subject pronouns, the words, the verbs, right? And then you go to your dad and mom or your elders to try to correct those sentences. Usse kya hoga? That they'll also feel good that, yeah, you guys are coming up with your own sentences rather than they will give you sentences and you just write it down and finish the assignment. That is not the purpose of this module. We want you guys all to learn creating your own sentences. Yeah. So I talked about the rules recap in the beginning of the class. The reason was that we're going to be continuing the rules. So I talked about rule number 1, 2, and 2 complement. Yeah. So now we are going to be learning another rule today, which is a rule number 3. What is that? A subject pronoun plus a verb from the tense table. You have learned the tense table as well. So any subject pronoun followed by the verb or its tense form from the tense table plus the noun makes a sentence. So let's use an example. B is a subject pronoun. Pak is the verb. And if you remember from the tense table, the future of that was uh, uh, so that was the sound. We always mostly have that for the verb. So pak, pak. So b, pak, college. B, pak, school. So I will go towards college. S, bows is the verb, and the tense form is bozak. That's the future. So k, k, k. If you remember from last class, so pak was the first person, pakak was the second person. उसी तरह bozak, the bozak, birth. Who, vaini, pose, right? So that's the subject pronoun who, and one is the verb, and the vaini is the future form of the verb. Who, subject pronoun plus verb form from the tense table plus pose, truth. Truth is an abstract noun. So that makes a sentence. That's rule number 3. Subject pronoun us. Verb form gindav. And noun form football. Us gindav football makes a sentence. That's rule number 3. Any questions on rule number 3? Okay, great. So let's move on. Rule number 4. What is rule number 4? A verb form plus a preposition that we saw. We saw the prepositions today from the vocabulary table. There are many more prepositions. I just wanted to give you a little bit, few ones today. A verb plus a preposition makes a sentence as well. Ye, andar. Be, never. An, yutan. An means get. Team number A is an. Yutan means here. Team number C is che. Putyan, drink there. Go, drink there. Yeah, on the chat somebody is saying be hutten. Correct. Be hutten. Or if somebody has a cup of tea, you can say gas che hutten. Go drink there. Yeah. Be yeten. Very nice. Correct. So that's the rule number 4. Okay. Rule number 4 can also have a complement. Complement क्या होता है हमने last time देखा था? Easy peasy. Opposite of that. Verb preposition becomes a preposition verb. 4 का 4 complement. What is that? Born be. Be hutten. Hutten be. Hör ye. Walla ye hör. Hör ye. Hör khas. Khas hör. Hör khas. So that's rule number 4 complement. So we have learned 4 rules. Rule number 1, 2 complement, 3, 4 complement. Yeah. So make sure that you memorize these rules because these are the only rules that you will have to memorize. Once you memorize the rules and you know your tense table and you know your vocabulary, then you can make any sentence, come up with any sentence on your own. And try to come up with your sentences on your own and then try to get them corrected from your family members. So that comes to the end of our module today. You can all mute your microphones and ask any questions if you have any questions. And for the assignment, I think it's very clear from the slide deck. If you remember, I had showed you this vocabulary table. So you'll have to make 10 sentences for this week as well, using the subject pronouns, the possessive subject pronouns, anything of your choice. But the 10 sentences should have these words, any of these 10, any 10 words from this table, from the third slide ka table, and use those words in your sentences and come up with the sentences. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
No doubts.
Okay, great. So did you guys find the assignment for last week difficult because there were not many submissions?
No. What?
No.
Okay.
Amit uncle, I was actually busy with another assignment that I had, which was due today.
Okay.
So I just started doing the assignment,
Okay,
the Kashmiri assignment that you gave last week. I'll
Sure.
submit both of them soon.
Sure. If you have any doubts or any questions, just don't feel shy to ask. Ask me directly, or you can ask your dad, mom, or any elders at home. They'll feel good when you ask them. They'll feel good. Okay, so I think if there are no more questions, then we'll end the class. So I hope this class was interesting today. Just go through this deck one more time for this week. Try to come up with those sentences for this week's module C assignment. Okay?
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.